Hello, welcome to another edition of Follow Your Dream Canadian Dreams. And today we'll be discussing ECA, Education Credential Assessment. In our previous video, we talked about the very first three things you need to do, especially if you want to do it yourself. That means the whole of the Canadian processes. If you want to do it yourself, three things you must do first. If you've not watched it, please just go back and watch that video and the link above. And today we are going to show you from start to finish all that it takes, what you need to do to get an ECA done. The question is, what is an ECA? It simply stands for Education Credential Assessment. And what is it all about? It is simply a Canadian body that is saddled with that big responsibility of evaluating, checking what is the level of your degree from whatever country that you have it. That is, if your degree from, let's say, Argentina, is it the same thing at the same level as a degree in Canada? Well, they do all those checking what you study from school. And how do they do this? They get you to submit your statement of results. They get you to submit your transcript. And with that, they do the evaluation for a fee. So how do you get this done? It is very, very easy. Some people get G3 when they are told to do an ECA. And you can do it yourself. I did it myself, and I am today in Canada. And I desire to see that most people, or as many as would want to follow my step, get this done very fast and easily too. Well, we'll now migrate to that website, and I'll show you step by step what you need to do to get your ECA done. So let me share my screen. One moment. Good. So I'll now type on the search bar, I'll just type WES.org. That's it, and click enter. That is the website. And on the top left, you will find United States of America. They do educational credential assessment for the US, but we want to do for Canada. So just click on this arrow, look at it, it hides Canada. So click on it, and you see Canada, and it gets you to Canada. And on this side, you are saying, get an evaluation. So all you need to do is to click this button, get an evaluation. It opens a page. It asks you the same question again. Where do you want to use your evaluation? That is your credentials, educational credential assessment. For which country do you want to use it for? For obvious reason, we are doing that for Canada. We click on Canada, and it takes you to this page. It says you need to pick one out of the three. Looking at it, the very first one says WES standard application, and it's for those people who want for higher education, continuing education, licensure, and employment. You select this. EC application for IRCC for immigration purpose. Select the Educational Credential Assessment ECA application for immigration, refugees, and citizenship Canada. So we're not touching this. We're actually clicking Start Application. Now it's asking you to provide an email address for obvious reason, because the agency is going to correspond with you using your dedicated email. So please do give them an email that they can reach you if you are eager, you are determined to get your assessment done. So for the sake of this, I have an email created already, and that is it. I'll click on next. Okay, they've now sent an email to this. You see why you need to give them something that is good, because you need to go back to that email address again to copy the 6 verification code. So they want to be sure that you are the person doing this. So I'll click, just see. I just realized that I made a mistake on the email that I created. And then I'll click on next. Okay, then I'll go to the email, and yep, it's there now. And this is the verification code that was sent to that email. I copy it, and I'll go back to and submit it, and click submit code. And you see, it said verification complete. So your email address has been successfully verified. Thank you. So you can actually continue the process. Yeah, these are some mistakes, why some people actually are scared of doing this. Your ability to figure out the errors that you've made, it is something. For many people, you pay representative, people who will want to, they call them agents, and they take so much money from you. Yeah, myself inclusive. In the course of my sojourn, I had to spend close to about 10 million Nigerian naira, and all of them went under until it got to a point where I needed to say, do it yourself. And that was when I paid $2,000, and I was told the next day after making that payment that you are not qualified for the Canadian program you are investing. It cut deep into my soul. And that was then I said, no, I'm going to do it myself. The same program that the immigration consultant there gave me rejection, that is the same program I used to come to Canada, but I did it myself. So now we are on this page, and you say, your first given name. My name is Ejiro, of course, and you can see it here, but I'm not using my name because I already have a profile with WES. So I'm using another name, this assume name. Okay, and for date of birth, yeah, put your date of birth as is found in your passport, please. This column is for someone who have in the past applied through WES for education credential assessment, and they are asking, do you have a WES reference number? For you, the first timer is no. But if you are reapplying subsequently, maybe after 5 years, you will now say yes. So you click on no, and you create a password. Now, the password's requirement is 8 to 16 characters, 1 uppercase, 1 lowercase, 1 number, and 1 special character. So let's see how we can come about that. I am going to do this. You obviously need to create a security question. And what is your favorite book? Let's put that down. You can, there are so many. Look at it. There are so many, so you can pick any of them, and you know the answer. You are going to feed an answer that you yourself know. So I will just go for Day Magic. Okay. It is good to subscribe for their newsletter because they give you tips and tricks. Sometimes information as to what you need to do, making your immigration process to be easy. So create an account. Of course, it says my password I imputed is different. Good. So these are basic problems that you will encounter. So I'll do that again, but they are small problems to fix. Normally, I would write it down and transfer it. So let's go again. I think I'm fine this time around. I'll create it. Should be good. That's it. So you will definitely meet roadblock along the way, but your ability to surmount this makes you a winner. Good. So this is actually the page, and it's saying your information, go to, it is actually split into 3 places, your evaluation and your review. So we've actually done your personal details are inside, and you can choose your preference. The preferences are there. I am going to put the man, country code. You need to put a country code depending on the country you are applying from. I will take, let's go, I'll pick a Nigerian number, and I will put 0654 234 12. So let's see. Yeah, so good. Now it's asking you to impute your educational qualification. What credential have you earned? IRCC asks applicants to submit only their highest completed credentials. So if you have a master's, just submit the master's, you are fine. If you have a BSc as your highest level of education, just submit that and that will be fine. So all you need to do is to click add the credentials. And once you've done, click on that, the country where you schooled will come up. I have a Nigerian qualification and the type of education, you say, so depending on what you have university education, national diploma. So for university education, it could be a master's or it could be a BSc. So that is exactly what you pick. On this, you will now put on the name of the school, type it in. In Nigeria, I went to a school called, oh, it was there, I saw it. Yeah, you see the different schools that are there. So you look for the school that you went. Let's see if I can see the school I went, if it's there. And yes, that is there. So on this one, it said name the diploma or certificate. So I'll just say is mechanical diploma in mechanical engineering. Done. So remember, I'm not using my current name, so I already have a profile. And last name, I'm using these. Field of study, it was mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering. So you type that in. The year it was awarded, you select your year, and from the duration, obviously I picked 2015 for an HND. Is yeah, you have to make it a 5 years course, because you need to you need to also attach the, so it will be 2010 to 2015. Some people will ask me why. Well, you have your national diploma for 2 years, you went for IT for 1 year, and you came back and you did your HND. So cumulatively, it is 5 years. Now, assume that is all we got, then you say next. So please enter recipients. That is those people who you want the reports to be sent to. Okay. So it said that is recipient 1 is you. That is your current address. They are going to send you a paper version of the results. That is the result. They will send you a PDF version of it when it is done, when it is completed, and they will now send you a physical copy. The physical copy is yours to keep. Oh, my camera is moving. Well, my children just entered the house and they are actually disturbing my recording, but not to worry, we will be fine. So click on it, add your address, pick on your country. I would suggest you do not use PO Box, especially for people living in country where the postal system is not actually strong. For example, in Nigeria, there are some places where it is difficult for you to get mails. So please use a street address. Do not bother whether the mail will come. As we go, I will show you, I will make you know, instead of choosing regular mail to receive it, which at the end you will not get it, you will pick courier. But that means you are going to pay more, but it's worth it. Because it happened to me, I was expecting something before I came to Canada from the apprenticeship body, and I chose regular mail. The mail got lost in the post office. Eventually, I wrote back and they said they've sent it. I went to the post office, I couldn't get the mail. So I have to write to them. They said, well, we can give you another copy if you are ready to send somebody, it's funny, to come get it and give it to you. Well, that was what I did. And I had to pay DHL to go to that office in Canada, get the documents, and then send it back to me while I was in Nigeria. It means I paid for 2 different, that is to and fro. And it actually wasted some of my time too. So from the word go, when you are putting your address, please use a street address and pay for courier services. So don't say that mail do not come. What happens in places where the postal system do not work? Once the mail gets to, let's say, DHL or FedEx or any other courier, your phone number is there. they call you. Please, you have a mail, come to our office to collect it. It's far, far better. It's worth the risk. So do not use PO Box, use a street address. Okay. I have imputed, and you see under is now saying the delivery method. And you see there is standard mail. You see it's very cheap, $11. Yeah, well, you'll be tempted to pick the $11, but what do you gain when you get your mail mixed up in so many that you will not get to receive in the due time? So pick international courier, for especially if you live in a place, in a country where mailing system is not strong. For example, part of Nigeria. You click on save. It said we are unable to verify the address you provided. Not a problem. Oh yeah, I've seen the error already. It's saying Saskatoon is actually in Canada, but the country is Australia. You see how we make that, that's the errors that you can quickly fix all of these because the system is interactive. So you can go back, edit, and now that is it. And once I click on I actually do not want to pick Canada because I am currently there, and so the price will look, let's pick another country, and let's pick Ouagadougou. That is Ouagadougou. Okay, so yeah, so you see, it's there now, and recipient 2. There's nothing you can do here. IRCC is a default because that is exactly where you are sending it to. So you click add a recipient. Click on next. Processing time. The primary purpose for your evaluation is immigration. That is it. So now on this page are what is included in the fees that you are going to pay. It said ECA report provided to you online, ticked. ECA report accessible. Once they've done that, your report, they download it into the IRCC database so that once you make an application, they do not need to meet you again. They just check the database because your evaluation has already been done. And they look at your name and surname and date of birth, and they marry it with what is there. That is it. Then official paper report will be sent to you. If for electronic storage, that's good because subsequently, probably when you've come to Canada, you'll need another evaluation for, especially if you're a professional, you want to, let's say an engineer, you want to register with Apex, you'll be required to do another assessment. This time is what they call the ICAP, that is subject by subject. And that is why I chose World Education Service, because Apex actually required WES accreditation. But I for one, I used ICAS while I was coming, but now I have to pay these people another money. And as we speak, as I make this video, I've still not been able to get my transcript from Nigeria. It is that bad. So do it once, and when you are gone, when you've left that place, you know that you have your electronic copy that you can refer to. Now, this is the price, $250. Click on next. Good. So these are the documents that the body, that is WES, is actually requiring from you. It said required document checklist of Paul Odu. They want you to send, you've claimed you have a diploma in mechanical engineering. Now they want you to send the transcript for this diploma that you claim that you have. Simple. After payment, they are going to give you a number, and with that number, you will apply for original transcript from your school. And this is where you get that. It said official transcript. You have 3 options. That is you going to your school and your school sending that to WES. Please take notes. You are not the one sending it to WES. It is the school. In some places, you are able to get the transcript yourself, but please do not do that, because what WES does is this. They have recognized institutions that they've dealt with in the past. And when you apply to those schools, for example, school in Europe, the very next day, you can actually get your transcript sent to WES. But if your school have not had a dealing with WES before, and you apply for transcript, it takes you time, and they eventually send your transcript to WES. WES will again write your school to reconfirm that they were the ones who sent that transcript. These actually take time. So ensure that you can actually do this. From Nigeria, we have this est.ng. It's quite unfortunate. I actually, for my transcript that I requested, I used this body. And sad to say, I actually paid them since July of last year, 2020. And as we speak, the update on their website is that my transcript is being finalized. I have still not been able to get the transcript. They are very, very slow. They are very, very slow. But if it is possible, you can go to your school direct, make the payments and facilitate it and get your school to send it directly to WES. I think that is faster. When you do that, yeah, I think everything will be okay. So this is what happens when you either print this or you copy it together with the reference number that WES will give to you. WES is going to give you, I think, about 7-digit number. You will write it here. And this address, if you are using courier, you have to add your reference number and send it to this address. If you are using regular post, you add your reference number and send it to this address. Be sure you do that. And once you've done that, it takes you to this. Now, it's now reviewing all what we've done thus far to see that, yes, you've actually filled what you wanted, and this is exactly what you do. And the next place we will be taken to is to make payments. Yep. So once you've done, it takes you to this screen, and it says processing time is 35 days. The 35 days is not, you do not start counting the 35 days when you start this process. These 35 days is, the start of this 35 days actually begins when your transcript gets to WES. So you know it could take some time. Like me, it has taken about 8 months, I have still not got my transcript. My application has actually lapsed, and WES is saying I should pay a reapplication fee of $50 just to reactivate my account because it has lapsed. I actually needed a new accreditation for engineering purposes with Apex, and that is why I'm using WES. And that is why I advise everyone going forward, from my experience, because I'm sharing my experience with you guys, please use WES from the beginning so you do not need to go through the hassle like I'm going through. So look at what the total fee that you are going to pay. They are all in Canadian dollars. And WES is so clever that they will not send you the reference number until you make the payment. So I'm going to click on accept, 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 accept all of these acknowledgements, and then I'll click next. Good. So it just wanted me to confirm, and I confirm that whatever, all the information are accurate. I confirm it again, and it processes it and tells me now this is what they call HST. If you're in Canada, you have to pay GST or HST. I am not a Canadian resident, at least for now. So this is what you click, and so that you will not be charged additional money, and continue. So this is the payment section. You can use a debit card if you have. And for many people from Nigeria, you will need to have a dollar MasterCard or dollar Visa card. Then you now need to go to the black market to get dollar, then go to your bank to fund that card and make payments. Or if you have someone who is in any of the Western world, you can make Naira payments, that is remit Naira equivalent. But the truth is that at this point in time, you are not the one dictating the rates, the exchange rates. The person tells you you're going to pay this, and for what you want, you actually need to pay. But what I did while I was in Nigeria, I had a dollar MasterCard. So I have a domiciliary account, and I'll go to Abuki, as they call it, get dollar, go to the bank, pay it, load my dollar, my MasterCard, then I can make this payment. Once you click credit card, you are good. So unfortunate that there in some places now you are limited, strongly, seriously limited, and that is very, very difficult, but you have to find a way of making these payments. And once you've done that and click the button submit, well, it's not going to allow me because I am not imputing any of my card details, but you have to do that to finish the process. And once you've put in your details here, that is the details of your card, you finally click submit payment. You finish step 1 of your credential assessment. The next thing you need to do is to take that number and the address that you've got from WES, and you go to your school and start the process of obtaining a transcript. And once you get the transcript, you send it to, not you, sorry, your school will send it to WES. It's as simple as that. If you find it a little bit confusing, just go back through the video and follow it step by step. You will be fine. I did everything in the process of my immigration to Canada myself after losing close to about 10 million. But I want you to be free of those problems, because you have people who just want to scam, people who just want to get quick money from you, and they say, I can do that, but you can do it. In fact, for those registered agents, for me, that is my belief now. You only pay them to read the books for you. Everything you need to fill the form is in the website, either on the WES website or Canada.ca website. Just take your time to read it as slowly as you can, and you will be fine. Subsequently, I will be making another video on how you can actually go about the Canadian point-based system. Go now, get your ECA done, and then we'll pick any of the stream to immigrate to Canada. See you in the next video.